Heading Hume football, and Phil Bouffler, he has been standing by to chat to us, and he's got a bit of illness in the camp, I reckon. Hey Phil, how are you?
Wayne, not so bad. Bit of a mild flu, but the old Chinese have invaded the old COVID, so good on me.
Oh, no. It's the President's not going to be at the footy at the weekend at Wellbundery for the two big finals. Hope you've got everyone else organising it.
Fantastic team. It's not a one-man band, that's for sure. It's a great team effort, very good general manager, so it's just good all round.
Yeah, great stuff from everyone. And my thoughts and prayers too to the Gooden family with today's awful time for everyone after the accident. And so our thoughts and prayers to everyone today. And then for those that are at the football on Saturday, who know the family, to get around them and encourage them in a very tough time. Looking at last weekend, it was a tough time for the Billabong Crows, Phil. 2-2-14. They were knocked over by Osborne, 17-16, 118. The purring engine continues over there at Canola Country.
The canola machine just rolled on, Wayne, so just rolled on. And unfortunately this time the Crows were on the receiving end. So huge win, good way to start the finals campaign. They'll have a week off to regroup, not that they need it, but they're up and racing.
Timmy Austin was the best and fairest over there at the Billabong Crows, and they announced that this week. 2 goals to Dylan Flanagan and Zach Kerr and Logan Kerr, good defenders, had the ball down their end a lot. Riley Watson with 4 and Bailey McAllister with 3, and Collins not having to kick so many this time. It was the same result really with Culcan 23-10 over Lockhart 2-5 at Lockhart. Lockhart just looking forward to the new coach arriving and the season beginning next year.
That's about it, really. They had a nice tribute to Vincent Gooden in there on the day. So all the teams got together before the ball was bounced in the first grade and the netballs and everybody. So that was a lovely thing, and so that was well done. But Colt County too strong. Sort of came home with a wet sail, but a couple of games they missed early on in the year, and that's just got away from it in the end.
Jack Chesser kicked 14, just to see if he could have a late charge at the leading goal kicker. 47 for the season. Not a bad effort. Luke Argus and Angus Grigg. Angus Grigg actually has been probably the best player for Lockhart this year in Better Players every week. It's been good for Ramwell Mundry. They beat CDHBU. That meant that Henty's challenge would be dead anyway, but 16-15 to 6-10 at Walla. A magnificent win by the Giants.
They played well. They had to win this game, and they've sure, as I said, the destiny was in their own hands. So if they won that game, they're in. So they won, they're in. And to beat CDHBU, that was a good. That CDHBU had nothing to lose, and they threw everything at it, but the Giants were too strong.
Chris Duck's second half of the year has been real good. He kicked a couple with Lucas Melius 3 and Wardius Leschke and Merkel all got on the score sheet with a couple. Kane Mills a couple for the power, and Russell Anderson and Kane Mills, they're better players. Jindra did what they needed to do to keep Henty out of the finals. 16-9, 105 to 6-8 to 44 at Henty. Disappointing end to Henty season.
Momentum's a good thing going into the finals, Wayne. The Jindra's got the momentum behind them. They went out with it would have been a disappointing for them, Henty. They'd had some really good wins at home, and but just Jindra played too well.
And now the footballers got some work to do down at the Field Day site, so that means not playing finals footy. They'll have plenty of time to get active down there at the Field Days and get everything ready for the big week in September. But I'll tell you what, they're getting things ready at Wellbundery for September action, that is for sure, with the big games this weekend. Other matches that were played last week, there was one other, or a couple of other. Howlong 10-16 over Brock Burham 2-4. I didn't expect that. I thought Brock Burham were coming. Holbrook have done the job.
Big result for Holbrook. Once again, they've earned the weekend off, so be up to the BB Saints now to regroup and just see how they can continue on. But that would have been a very disappointing result.
It was for the Saints. How long? 13-15-93 beat the Barry Magpies 1-1-7 in the other match. And the final 6 positions, Osborne top with 72 points. Holbrook 64, they're your top 2, they get the rest. How long? 52, Brock Burham 44, Jindra at 40, and Ramwell Bundry Walla 36. And that leaves us to finals football action. 2 big matches this weekend. Phil, down there at the magnificent Wellbundery, where you won't be there, you'll be getting updates and you'll be looking forward to the other guys putting it all together. But how long play around Wellbundery Waller on Saturday? With all the rain you've been happening, is Walbundry going to hold up for the 2 days of footy?
Ground will be good. They're forecasting good weather. It's a beautiful sunny day here today. Just lovely. It's one of the best days we've had for a long time. So the ground will be fine. There'll be going to be a good crowd. And we're lucky with the All In Sport broadcast. I just sit at home and watch it live stream. So it's as simple as that. I'll be watching every grade will be streamed, and of the football and the final, and the seniors will be commentated as well. So I'll just sit at home and watch it on my iPad.
No, good stuff. How long taking on round Walbundry Waller? How long been the better side through the year? Can that good form from last week from the Giants, can it help them at their home ground to beat how long?
Look, I can't remember a weekend of finals where the result could have gone so close, could go either way. I mean, this is a toss of the coin here. The Giants on their day play very well. A lot depends on the young Audius, how he plays. There's not so much a one-man band, but he's a very important part of their team. Howling have played well all year. This is a toss of the coin, Wayne. I think maybe how long.
Yeah, I think how long. They'll need a lot from Chris Duck, and they'll also need Melly to kick goals, and they'll be looking for Blake Lieshke to be dominant at the Giants, but not enough, I don't think, in the tank. Brock Burham, have they got enough in the tank to beat Jindera? And as you said, going into finals, good form is a good footy. And, gee, Brock Burham's up and down season. I'm going to tip the Bulldogs here in a little upset.
Yeah, I might agree, Wayne. I think the ground will suit maybe Jindera a little bit more, bigger open spaces. And they're pretty far side, Jindera, and they like kicking out in front of people, plenty of room to run onto the ball. And I just think, they'd be disappointed, Brock Burham, so they'll fight back. It'll be a close game, but I'm just slightly tipping Jindera.
Okay, reserve grade, the elimination on Saturday. Osborne take on Brock Burham. It's a big match for the boys out there in the canola fields to keep some players in the club so that you've got both sides going through. They'll want to do that.
They will want to do that. This will be close. Just not sure about this one. I think Brock Burham. I think the boy Anson's playing his 300th game. I think it's the first one for the combined club to do that, and that's going to be a big boost. So just on that alone, I'm going to tip the BB Saints.
Jindera and CDHPU. Can CDHPU drop some players back from their senior side and cause Jindera some pain on Sunday?
This is always a great unknown, so it's always a little bit harder when you've got the two sides playing on the weekend, because you sort of can't, so it makes it a bit harder. But, the reserves, I think CDHPU could be a show here.
So do I reckon that too in the second grade. Third grade, the 17s. And how long take on Brock Burham on the big game on Saturday? How long favoured to beat the Saints?
I think that'd be pretty right there, Wayne. Yeah, I think they will.
And Henty play Holbrook on the Sunday. And Henty got a side in the finals here. They won't want to drop that on the Walbundry Oval, which they'll be thinking up the road, not too far for them to travel, might get the points.
Good game. This will be a good game. It's just it's just fantastic football, 17s football. They get the big open space down there. They've got plenty of room to move, and it's very, very good football. It's going to be, the weather forecast is very good for the both days, so it should be a great day. 22 degrees on Sunday. So, I'm not sure about this. I think maybe Henty might just sneak home.
Yep, gone that way. And then the under-14s, Holbrook take on Culcairn in a rivals match on Saturday.
Another close one here, Wayne. They're all pretty close games. Culcairn, they played well. I saw them a little bit of them last week, so I think maybe Culcairn.
And Brock Burham on the Sunday meet Howlong, and this one is going to be a very good game of football from two good sides.
Yeah, Howlong, I've seen them a couple of times too in the 14, so I think they're a pretty good side, so I think I'll go with Howlong.
All right, I'm going to go the other way and Brock Burham to win that one. It's finals footy action. It's the president who'll be watching it on the stream because his nose is streaming at the moment in a different way. And we look forward, mate, to having you back to full health and back at the footy next week. We'll catch up with you then.
Thanks, Wayne. It's not too bad, really. It's just basically a mild flu. And I feel good. I don't feel too bad, other than the fact I just don't want to infect half the world, so I've just got to keep away from people.
Good stuff. That's your partner's probably saying that's a good thing. So good stuff, Phil Bouffler. We'll catch you next week.
Good on you. Thanks, Wayne.